Hello and welcome to The United Stand. This is your Manchester United transfer news daily, giving you all that real Manchester United fan opinion on the latest transfer news. And we're going to start off with Anton Griezmann, which I hope is a deal that gets done one way or the other very, very soon. I just want to say, first of all, Manchester United can do anything in the transfer market. We can do anything. So anybody who says we can't sign Neymar, we can't sign Ronaldo, we can. We can. Whether we will is a distinct no possibility, but it can happen because United have shown that they've got the money, they've got the funds, and every now and again we go out and do something amazing like Paul Pogba. In relation to Griezmann, a year ago he was coming. Over the weekend there's been little bits that Atletico Madrid would rather he went to Manchester United. Now, whether that's because he was coming to United a year ago and he stayed because of the transfer ban and Madrid feels some loyalty to United, unlikely. I just think they don't want him to go to a rival, which is Barcelona. And Atletico Madrid have had a good season. They have had a good season. They're on the bounce back. Europa League, they're doing well in the Liga. So why would they want their best player to go to Barcelona? On top of that, Manchester United potentially reports at the weekend looking at offering a swap deal that would probably involve Anthony Martial. Now, Anthony Martial at Atletico Madrid would probably be a good move for Martial, and Manchester United would offload him and get Griezmann in return. My feeling about Griezmann is that he's going to go to Barcelona, and there was a report yesterday saying that Barcelona, although Griezmann has a £90 million release clause, they want to pay 115 just to get the deal done because they're worried about other people coming and getting involved. And I do feel that Griezmann has got his heart set on a move to Barcelona. He's a sun worshipper. He said that himself, and I'm not talking about the paper, so don't worry, Daily Mirror. He's a sun worshipper. He's mentioned the weather in England so many times. I mean, what is he on? I mean, what sort of idiot is concerned about the weather when it's about playing football? Just say I want to play at Barcelona, so I don't think Griezmann will come to Manchester United, but it's such a weird thing. He was so definitely coming a year ago, and that transfer ban, he had a pang of morality and he stayed for a year, and then we thought, number 7 shirt, kept free, he's going to come to United, and then Alexis Sanchez ends up getting signed, and then you're suddenly like, well, that's the end of Griezmann. He's clearly not coming. And I just wonder, United had this deal tied up. Barcelona, Neymar happened last summer, and I think United, Griezmann was a deal that was going to happen. Barcelona lost Neymar, and then I think Barcelona started getting in the ear of Griezmann, and Griezmann was like, actually, I know I said I was going to come to you a year ago, and I know I'm going to totally throw you under the bus morally because I've said I'll come in a year's time, but I think I want to go to Barcelona. And that's my interpretation, and people may think that's wrong or right, but I think that's what happened. I think Griezmann was coming to us, was waiting a year, and then Barcelona lost Neymar and they got at him. And him being whatever he is, we don't know what he is, but I think that's what's happened. But we'll see. It could happen. And United certainly need a quality attacking midfielder. Jamie Redknapp mentioned at the weekend. Now, I may as well have the hat-trick here. I mentioned Paul Merson talking sense last week. Michael Owen made a good comment at the weekend. And now I'm going to mention Jamie Redknapp. 3 pundits, which I think normally talk a load of garbage. He said that United's attack is boring. Well, he's right there. And that they should sign Gareth Bale. £60 million is apparently what will get Bale. Gareth Bale's a fantastic player, he really is, but the injury concern, the longevity, the short-termism is a problem. It is a problem, and I think most Manchester United fans are concerned about that. But the way we are at the moment, if Gareth Bale's in a Manchester United team, he's a dynamic player. He's a flair player. And if he was at Manchester United, I know the injury concerns are a concern, but if he's in a Manchester United starting 11, he's not going to be playing side-to-side passing. He wants to move. He wants to shoot. This is what Bale's all about. So I don't know. I think what I thought about Bale a few weeks ago, I think I'm at this stage now where that attack is just an absolute mess. We're going to have a change in the coaching staff. We know that. We know Ferry is gone. We know that there's going to be involvement from Carrick and others. And hopefully that will mean a more progressive style of football that we can get our attackers involved in. But we will see. But there is a link. There is a name there that you may not be aware of. Alced Haisaj. I probably announced it incorrectly. He is Albanian. He plays for Napoli as a right back. He's 24 years of age. He's 6 foot. And he's got a release clause of £44 million. And he's a right back. I do watch a lot of Italian football. Anybody who watches that football, you'll know that I do. And this is a signing that I would be very, very concerned about. I mean, it was reported yesterday that Manchester United are interested in him. They know Valencia can't go on forever, and you can't really play 2 games a week anymore. And this is an option that United are potentially looking at as a right back. So what is Hysaj all about? Well, he's been very good for Napoli, and Napoli have been very good. But my concern is, look, he's not Italian, he's Albanian. But what separates Italy and Albania is a small bit of sea, and his whole career has pretty much been played in Italy. So Albanian or not, his formative years have been in Italy at Empoli, and then Empoli, and then Napoli. So he's basically an Italian defender, the way he's learned, and we know that Italian defenders in the Premier League, it is a graveyard for Italian defenders. I can't really think of any that have consistently done well, but there's been quite a few that have come over and flopped. None more so than Matteo Darmian. So this deal, although £44 million release clause is something Napoli are a bit unhappy about, is not. This is like Darmian Mark II if we sign him. And I was very excited about Darmian, but I thought maybe this can be the defender that's an Italian defender that comes in and does quite well. And it didn't work. And I would be concerned about Hysaj coming to Manchester United. I really would. What is he like? I mean, to be honest, he's a steady right back. He's a good right back, but he's not really got any standout traits. He's not massively fast. He's not brilliant going forward. He's not a superb defender. He's sort of like, if he was a FIFA player, he'd be about 78 on everything, which is, okay. But this is... Valencia's not going to be around forever, but does that mean we just go and buy an okay backup, or do we actually go and buy somebody who actually can move into that position and is potentially better than Valencia? I mean, the positives of having a specialist right back is it would be great, but I hope there's nothing in this, because I don't think it's something that United should be looking at, really, if I'm totally honest. Danny Rose is a player I wanted to bring in. It was tweeted on the United Stand account last night, and it was very, very right, actually. When I read it, I thought I'm going to bring it into the show this morning. Don't be surprised if Manchester United signed Danny Rose. I know it's all about Alexandro at the moment, and we did a video yesterday on Alexandro, and it's looking positive around Alexandro. If the people close to Mourinho who are leaking this story, or allegedly close to Mourinho are leaking this story, are correct. And Alexandro is a signing that I would like. I'd like Luke Shaw to be the person, but I don't think that's going to happen. But Danny Rose is one that I think is worth mentioning when we're doing these transfer shows, because Manchester United have been linked to Danny Rose quite regularly over the last year. He's not going to be at Spurs next season. He's 27. I don't think he's actually much better than Luke Shaw. He's not a regular for Spurs. He's basically a backup for Spurs. I wouldn't be surprised if United move in for him. Now, again, I don't want him. I don't want Danny Rose at United. I don't think he's, apart from, again, like Hysaj being a specialist fullback, and Danny Rose is a specialist left back, and he is better than Ashley Young. That is an improvement. I think there's got to be better than that out there, and I would be looking at Luke Shaw or Sandro. But just to bear in mind, Danny Rose should not be out of the picture. Danny Rose sort of has a feeling to me like Matic did this time last year, when we were sort of like, Matic makes a lot of sense for Mourinho, but I hope we don't sign him. And well, a lot of us were like that, and he turned out to be a good signing, so maybe Danny Rose would be as well. But I wouldn't be surprised if that deal did end up happening, because he will leave Spurs, and United have been linked to him for quite a while. So we'll have to see about that one. We'll have to wait and see. But transfer window opens up on Thursday, and what's the point in it opening if clubs don't use it? That's a month pretty much before the World Cup. As anybody would have seen yesterday, the Brazil World Cup squad was announced. Alexandro's not in it. Fabinho's not in it. That's 2 players that maybe Manchester United should be looking at signing that aren't going to be part of the World Cup. So maybe that gives us an opportunity. People do go on holiday, though. That's the problem. But United, maybe we can do deals early, because a lot of leagues are ending now. There is that gap between the World Cup. And I hope to see United using this transfer window aggressively from the start. And then we've got everybody ready for the US tour. Let's see what happens anyway. Give us your thoughts below. Griezmann, Bale, Hysaj, do you think he's good enough for United? And drop a like on the video and keep getting involved. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll speak to you all later.